Otherwise, you'll delay.
I'm leaving. Follow the boss.
And we are live.
We are live.
Of course.
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Aveiro rocks, right?
Okay.
Carlos Santos, since 91. Amazing.
Olha o José. O José já chegou. Olha.
Just quietly going in.
Hermanos.
Hola. Quietly going in. I think we'll be modeling for 3 minutes, right?
For 3 minutes only. Portuguese protocol.
Portuguese protocol, perfect.
It's always jumping from one person to another, so we have to follow Portuguese protocol. It's going to sit here and then we'll start. Bom dia a todos. Boa tarde. After 12, we say boa tarde. Okay? If you don't speak Portuguese, you can learn some words. Bom dia in the morning, boa tarde in the afternoon, or in Greek, kalimera, kalispera.
Alegria. Alegria. We stop there.
So, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us. We are going to have our third keynote speech for this conference, and I can also remind you that after lunch we are going to have Professor Carlos Costa also with us, and then in this room we will continue with work of the tourism platform of Portugal. We are also working on that here in the morning. The forum is in Portuguese, and in the afternoon it's going to be in Portuguese as well, while all the parallel sessions will be, most of them in English and some of them in Portuguese. So, let me introduce you someone that does not need to be introduced, because he's a top academic, a well-known person in the world, very much influent, and is also my friend. We have been friends for a long time. Dimitrios Buhalis is clearly one of the most prominent academics in the world. And I'm saying this not just because he's, of course, he's a friend, known, but because in science, when we make a statement, I mean, we need some evidence to say what we are expressing. And Dimitrios is clearly one of the academics with the most citations in the world in the tourism area. Is the editor of also one of the best tourism journals, Tourism Review, in the area. Is invited for keynote speeches all over the world, and is involved in a number of projects and consultancies in the European Union and in the World Tourism Organization. I'm just following, the sequence we have when we have to admit a professor in this university. This is what usually we do. We look at the publications, citations, keynotes, and so on, and this is the way we measure the quality of an academic. Let me also tell you that, of course, that the origin of Dimitrios and his quality started in the University of Surrey in the 90s. University of Surrey in the 90s and now and at present. But in the 90s, I have to talk about the 90s because I was also there. Was clearly also one of the most prominent universities in the world. We have people, and we was supervised by Chris Cooper, and we also have alongside Cooper many people like Iwan Hill, mathematics, John Fletcher, Fred Lawson. Well, some of the best professors in tourism. So the roots of tourism are clearly linked to the University of Surrey, and we all are very proud, and we are also very proud because he is also here with us. Let me also say that Dimitrios is someone that is very much appreciated in this country. Dimitrios has been invited for a number of conferences, and right from the beginning, his conference, when we started in 2010, we started together. So that is the reason why we are co-chairs, and this is the kind of roots we have, and that we will keep in the future. Finally, just to say again that of course that we are friends, very good friends. Usually we say that we are irmao, we are brothers, and we are very proud of that. But of course that our friendship has a place, and friendship is not shared in a place like this. This friendship is because, you know, all these events and what we have done together bound us and bring us to places like this. So, Dimitrios, thank you very much for coming and for joining us. And now you can start the presentation. Thank you very much.
Time starts now. Click, click,
30
click, 30 minutes.
because then we have
Okay. Bom dia, alegria. Obrigadíssimo. Yay. Life started a little bit before, sorry. I need to give credit to the University of the Aegean in Greece. When I started working and studying at the same time in the 80s, just before doing the masters and meeting Carlos, and then doing all kind of things everywhere in around the world. And I'm very proud of, as I said yesterday, I'm very proud of what Carlos has been doing here with his team and the impact that he has got to this university, to this city, to this region, to this country, and to Europe in general, because a lot of these things have happened and we've developed them. I don't remember when it was the conference in Madeira. That's where help the photographers, right? I used to be a photographer. I know how difficult it is. Just make it natural. Okay, wonderful pleasantries. Okay, now we are ready to rock and roll. I've got so many slides here. I can keep you for a couple of days, but I would rather move on. If you need to find me, some people say, have you got a card and things like that? Scan this code. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving you a lot of different QR codes that will correspond with a lot of the research that we're doing in Bournemouth University and with my collaborators around the world to look into a lot of things that are related to smartness. I was just renovating houses, and I have no idea how many books I've written or co-edited, and I've managed to get them all together in one place. So I took a picture. 4 of those are with Carlos and with several colleagues here. And many of you have contributed to the Encyclopedia of Tourism Management and Marketing during the COVID years. And I'm very proud of this. And I'm very proud of your contribution. 2 million words, 3,528 pages, 1,500 authors, 1,250 entries, about 5 years full-time work from me. And this is probably one of the very few things that are good about COVID. Fevzi, was that a selfie or was that a picture of me? Yours. Okay, let me do it properly, please. Smile. Smile number 4. Okay. And some of the other books, this advertising, obviously, please buy the books. Now, conferences, we're doing the big conference in Malta. We did the first one last year. Our Portuguese friends came along. Carlos was keynote and several other colleagues. We're going 25 to 27 of November in 2024. Please put that in your calendar. The website is not ready yet. The big conference will be the Enter Conference on Tourism and Technology that IFIT is organizing. I came back to help IFIT organize this. This is in Poland, 19 to 21 of February. Please put that on your diary. We'll be talking about smartness technologies and all the very interesting things. We're already developing the program and we'll have amazing things happening here. And tomorrow, in this room, 11:30 to 1 o'clock, Coffee Sue, and Fevziokomus will be joined in answering all the questions that you may have about publications, the editors. And we're very friendly bunch. We desk reject a lot, but when you're here, you'll understand why you may get desk rejections, and also you'll find out how to not get desk rejected. I don't mind to do a clinic during lunch tomorrow. If you have got a paper that you'd like to publish in Tourism Review, please bring it along and we can talk about it over lunch, okay? So that's something we're gonna do. By the way, for those of you on my social media, yesterday evening I was alerted that someone is using my pictures and a different name, and he was actually trying to scam people asking for money for publications. We never charge money for publications, okay? So we're in the process of reporting to the police. We report to Facebook, they deleted it. You know, my university is involved, the legal department, Emerald is involved, the legal department. Please just be careful of people out there because there are a lot of bad things happening. Okay. I saw that slide yesterday, but a lot of people were very excited. This INVTUR 2010, where we started. And then you've got Carlos there, you have got Chris Cooper. Who is the gentleman on the corner? Is that Jeff Wall? He looks like Jeff Wall. I don't remember who is this guy. But we said, why do we live apart? Bridging the gaps between industry research, education, and industry. And this is what we're doing. And this is what the platform is doing. And this is what we're trying to do. We're trying on a global basis to bring together industry and research. And a lot of the research I'm going to present is prepared exactly for this reason. We need to be looking into the big pictures. And the big picture right now is not nice. We've got a lot of wars that are happening. A lot of people are killed every day. And that should stop. Poverty and food security, income inequality, diversity and inclusion, building resilient societies, climate change and sustainability, health and wellness, and AI and autonomous technologies and all the technology that's coming as a result of that. A lot of people are calling me to talk about technology. Technology should be the least of your worries if you're having this list. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm very sad. Because for many, many years, we spent a lot of time trying to develop technologies to improve communities, the wellness of people, reduce all those things, achieve the sustainable development goals, and we're failing. We keep talking about smartness, but we're not smart. We keep talking about artificial intelligence, and we're not intelligent. We need to change that. So, a lot of the research that we're doing with my team, this is the editorial that we did on Tourism Review about the impact of tourism 2030 towards sustainable development goals. Right now, I said that yesterday, there's an elephant in the room. A lot of people hate tourism for all kinds of different reasons. I'm wondering if tourism stops for a couple of months, like it did during COVID, what is going to happen to all these communities around the world? This is really, really serious stuff. So we try to identify what is the impact of tourism on different sustainable development goals. There's another paper we're writing with Kathy, but it has been waiting on my desk for a while. I've got a draft that I need a week to sit down and finalize, that is looking into a little bit more detail on this. And we look into how tourism is supporting the society pillars, the economic pillars, and the environmental pillars. How those things are happening together, and how all these things will enable us to bring a better society. It is complicated. And I'm fed up of the oversimplifications we hear about a lot of those things. Because a lot of people are trying to blame things very quickly and make decisions without understanding the importance of the different elements and how different elements are coming together on dealing with that. So the result of the encyclopedia is the pyramid. And this was, and we kept that open so everybody can read this, because you've got the tourism system that's coming from Neil Lippier, And I've added the resources on the one side and the value co-creation on the other. So operating tourism as a system. And then you've got the pyramid that has got all the elements that need to operate together in order to have successful tourism. You need planning, management, and strategy. You need marketing forces. You need exogenous variables. You've got technologies and infrastructure. I'll concentrate on the technologies and the infrastructure, but this pyramid is about 2 million words in the encyclopedia. So please read the encyclopedia to look into all the different aspects and how they are operating. Now, they normally invite me to talk about smart tourism, technology, metaverse, artificial intelligence, robots, and autonomous vehicles. Because all those things will be changing a lot of the things that we are dealing with in tourism. A lot of these things will change everything we do in tourism. And especially artificial intelligence, it's not evolutionary, it's revolutionary. It's going to change the way that we're doing everything. Metaverse may become revolutionary. For the time being, it's evolutionary. So we need to understand all those things. Creativity, it's just about connecting things. This is what Steve Jobs said back in the 80s. He created that computer, and I bought that computer. It didn't have a hard disk. It only had a floppy disk. Now, for those young people here, they don't remember what's a floppy disk. This is almost when I met you, Carlos, right? We met with Carlos, that Carlos, at about the same time I met the other Carlos in 91. So when you're looking to a vision, you're looking to a smart and agile co-creation of value for the stakeholders. People have been complaining about tourism, and the reason why they've been complaining is because the value is not distributed across all stakeholders. Some stakeholders take benefits while others are suffering. This is when problems are happening. So we really need to look into how can we connect the world in a better way, and we develop agility in bringing all the stakeholders to maximize the benefit for everybody. Smartness takes advantage of interconnectivity and interoperability of integrated technologies to re-engineer process and data in order to produce innovative services, products, and procedures towards maximizing value for all stakeholders. I've been saying that for about 10 years now. Everybody thinks that smartness is about technology. It is not. It's about agility and it's about agile networks. Technology plays a role on this. But if all your stakeholders are not connected and they're not operating together and they don't want to operate, they're never going to be smart. And I'm going around different areas where people are paying a lot of money on technology, but they're not smart. They just pay the money so they can feel good, but they are not smart about it. Smartness needs networks and technology to work together. Unless you have got the networks, it's like having the best car, but you can only operate the radio. You don't know how to operate the car. So what makes a destination smart? It's all about bringing the networks. It's all about bringing sensors and beacons, collecting big data, analyzing in real-time big data, and create real solutions and value in real time using all the big data. It's all about co-creation of experiences. We've done a lot of research, we have a lot of papers, you can see them, and I can send you this presentation if you'd like, where we say that smartness needs technology, yes, but primarily it needs people with knowledge and needs leadership. We have a huge problem of leadership right now that we need to address. And we need leaders that understand the technological capabilities in order to be able to maximize the benefits and to bring together economic actors, social actors, and technological actors towards creating smart innovations. This is something we did with Katerina and Rob Law on the different layers. You need the physical layer, you need the data layer, you need the technical layer, you need the business layer, and you need the experience layer. If any of these layers is not there, you don't have value co-creation. And therefore, the whole thing doesn't work. Okay, so you need all those layers to come together and work together in order to manage that. I'm working with Alicia Bethune and Lee Miles in creating a conceptual framework on how can you do real-time crisis management and response management. That's what we were discussing last night, right? So this is really the framework where you are looking to what is triggering real-time situations, and what do you need to do by collecting data from the different people, from the bombeiros, the police, the air traffic situation, you know, the airports, the airlines, all of those people coming together in real time and co-create nowness information in terms of bringing data, decision making, and support systems together to maximize the benefit and to minimize the cost and improve the resilience. This is really critical, especially when you have experienced something like COVID, where you need the coordination of health departments, accidents, emergencies, all kind of law enforcement coming all together. And again, you can see that on this publication. So all this is happening so far, but what about the future? And this is what they call the future proofing of tourism, where you need ambient intelligence, where technology is scattered everywhere. You have got artificial intelligence and ChatGPT, generative AI. You've got robots, bots, autonomous vehicles, drones, and you've got what we call hybrid living and traveling on the metaverse. These are basically the areas that I've been researching in the last 3 years, and we are working with different people around the world to actually address those things, because I think these are the big things that they're going to change tourism in the future, provided that we sort out all the other societal changes. So empowering, so a lot of people are talking about artificial intelligence, but they don't understand what artificial intelligence is about. They kind of deal with artificial intelligence. This is vibrating for some reason, I don't know. For some, they are talking about artificial intelligence like it's the new technology. The big difference of artificial intelligence is that the machine decides. The machine makes decisions. We've never had that before. So far, the machine was analyzing, supporting, summarizing, and then the human was making decisions. For the first time ever, the machine is going to make decisions. And not only the machine is going to make decisions, but it's going to make decisions with other machines in real time. This is revolutionary. This is something that we've never had before. And will impact on everything that we do in tourism, including returns on investment, sustainability, legal aspects, ethics, and several other things. It will also change the networks, how the networks operate. Because if the machine makes the decisions, rather than going through the network committees and councils and stuff and have a huge conversations, the game is going to change. And those people who do not understand how to operate this will be losing out. So it's in the best interest of everybody to understand how it works and start working with that. As far as, so what it's going to do, it's going to change the guest experience, because it's going to transform how guests interact with us. I've been many destinations where the office is closing at 5 o'clock on a Friday, it does not open until Monday morning. And during that time, nobody really speaks to anybody. It's weekend, like we don't have guests during the weekend. It will transform the way that we're doing distribution intermediation, and it's going to change a lot of external barriers, like legal barriers, technological barriers, interconnectivity on everywhere. It's an area, it's uncharted water. We really need to look into how those things are going to happen, and we're expanding on that. ChatGPT is the easy bit that a lot of you have been working with in the last year or so, and it's changing demand and it's changing supply. 50 of us, I think 42 of us, got together and we wrote a paper on, so what if ChatGPT wrote it and what is the change it's going to do. And I was doing the tourism hospitality area, where we identified a lot of areas where travelers are going to change the way we operate. And we also looked into how the industry is going to change. So the regions and also the different operators, the hoteliers, the travel agents, the airlines, the transportation companies. How they're going to use ChatGPT to understand better what is going on and to create dynamic itineraries for people to actually use it. I really like to demonstrate that with examples because, academic talk quite often is very theoretical. Who knows what's Kalamata? Who has been to Kalamata? Hey, I've got some friends here. Lovely. Who knows Kalamata olives? If you don't know Kalamata, it's okay. If you don't know Kalamata olives, there is something wrong with you. If there's any action point, is really going to enjoy some Kalamata olives, right? So Kalamata is where my parents are coming from, the south of Greece. And I'm getting much more involved right now with helping them develop tourism. I was there probably a month ago, supporting them. This is the Buhalis Palace. This is my grandfather's house. We're trying to sell it, by the way, anybody who'd like to buy. Good price for you, we'll negotiate, good price. Needs a little bit of renovation. And on this side, what do you call this? We call it fragosko in Greek, but this is how you forget your roots and you make stupid mistakes and then you are paying for it for about 3 months. Yeah, I've done that. So this is, I've asked Google, what can you do with kids in Kalamata? And I asked ChatGPT, what does Google do? Google says, I don't know, but I know the people that they know. So what Google says is, these are the guys that I think that they're experts in Kalamata and what you do with kids. So it gives you a little bit from Wikipedia, a little bit of summary, and then it gives you all the experts that will help you to do it. What ChatGPT is doing is quite different. It says, I know what you're looking for, and what you are not looking for is to do a lot of work. Because you're lazy. And because you ask me one question, and I know the answer. And this is exactly what's happening here. Visit the Kalamata Castle, walk along the promenade, explore the Olive Museum, visit the municipality park, go on the beach trip in different places, and enjoy the local cuisine, and tells you some of the nice things that you can have. So, and then I play different things. How do you go from Bournemouth to Glasgow? Because I had to travel to Glasgow, and it says it's going to cost you, it says it's going to cost you so much. So everything is in a second, right? So play around on the trips that you would like to do, ideally to Kalamata, and ChatGPT is going to support you. And when you've got an itinerary, please ask me because I'll help you booking. And then the level of detail that goes down is significant. A lot of people are telling me, but it's not accurate. Yes, it isn't. It's 1 year old kid. You know, Carlos' son is now 5. He is now much more conversational. He can do. Yesterday we played cards in much better way because he is now 1. The minute he will be 10, he'll be managing me, taking me around, having some fun. And this is exactly what's happening here. Machine learning is enabling artificial intelligence to learn much, much faster and brings a lot of different things. So I'm working with Saudi Arabia right now with the World Bank, and I was going to Riyadh to do some work with them. So I was using a lot of the things because I've never been to Saudi Arabia before. So immediately I had quite a lot of information to impress them. So how do you know that? Because, yeah. Then this is only text. Images are coming out. This is a friend called Christos Ditoras, and he's working in a place called Parga in Greece. And he's creating different images based on different description of Parga to create collateral. And this is another friend called Lee Mallon, who created a chain with 5 hotels, 27 pages brochure, fantastic visuals. The theme was volcano hotels. So he created all the marketing, he created all the visuals, he created all the collateral in 7 hours for 5 hotels. If you give that to an agency, it will take months and will take millions. So a lot of new opportunities are coming out. I don't know, have I seen that here yesterday or someone else? So this is the Cape Sunio in Greece, where this is what you see, the ruins, but this is what they ask you to imagine. This is what it used to be, this is what's happening at that place, and you can reconstruct all that to create photorealistic kind of experiences to improve value. Of course, it's not accurate. There'll be a lot of fakes, and there are deep fakes as well, and there are a lot of societal problems that are emerging through artificial intelligence right now. And we need to improve, we really need to improve the legal framework and the legislation to do that. The next stage will be metaverse, where we're going to enjoy different kind of experiences on what's called a digital twin or this kind of digital environments where you're going to engage with different kind of things. We've done a lot of research on that. This is the different stages. When I was in Hong Kong, Polytechnic University, a couple of years ago, we worked with colleagues to actually bring some of these things forward, and we publish it. We published a paper about tourism and tourism management and a paper about hospitality in the International Journal of Contemporary Hospitality Management. They're a very good journal, very good papers, incredibly cited, and I think they're giving a lot of things. And we're talking about the before and during and after effect. And what do hotels, what different suppliers need to do in order to support people on the metaverse before, during, and after their visit. So before it will be virtual and metaverse environment, during will be augmented environment, and after will be back to virtual. And what's very interesting is that we will be collecting a lot of information, a lot of data, and this data will be supporting other people and other content creation that's going to be emerging. I predict that we'll see mixed reality coming forward, where you've got augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality coming all together to satisfy the need for more value. Again, I don't have an awful lot of time to explain each of them because each of these papers have got a couple of years of research, but I'm giving you all the references. And then gradually, we start looking into what makes people use metaverse. And this is the impact of personality traits on how people are looking into personal innovativeness and hedonic motivation to use that. So we start understanding that it's not everybody that's going to use everything, but we start understanding who is going to use what, why, and how. And eventually, you're going to have an ecosystem that will be emerging, very much like the existing ecosystems, but this will be a digital ecosystem that will be technology enabled. What's interesting here is that the existing ecosystem, the government thinks that they control tourists. The travel industry thinks that they're controlling tourists. We're getting into this kind of very strange environment where nobody controls everything, anything. And what you have got is you have got platforms where people are plugging and playing different services, different information, different legislation, different organizations to support different stakeholders who are coming from different ends on the same ecosystem to maximize value. And I think this is really, really powerful. And we've never had that before. So many of us in this room are digital immigrants. I got my first mobile phone when I was 30 years old. Kids now, they're getting their first mobile phone when they're 4, 5, 6. So we'll have, and the big problem we've got right now is that the decision makers don't understand this game at all. So they're still producing collateral, they're still spending marketing budgets in things that they are not very effective. You can go much faster. So I'll move a little bit to the next bit, which is robots. This is Sophia. She did the full test with me, medical test when I was in Hong Kong. She was asking me all the wrong questions. I was lying, and I think Sophia was not clever enough to detect I was lying. But the next time it's going to be much faster. This is in the New Century Grand Hotel in Hangzhou. This little guy, I don't know his name, but he could speak very good English, while the local Chinese staff could not speak very good English. So he became my best friend. This is 2019. This is Rice. He was spraying everybody during COVID time, working really, really hard in Hong Kong. And again, we've done a lot of research on robots and the factors that are affecting the hotel manager's intention to adopt robots. This is a global research that we did with Abe Pizam and several colleagues. This is how the customers' behavior intention towards service robots. And then this is the perceived risks and information security on the customer's acceptance. So there are 3 papers that we've done with this, 3 pieces of research we've done with this team to look into what the managers will think in order to invest in robots, what the customers will need in order to adopt robots, and what is their security and risk perception. So, and that is finishing.
Okay, thank you.
Please buy the encyclopedia. Stay in touch, and don't forget tomorrow 11:30 in this room with Kathy and with Fevzi.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. So, we can take for maximum 2 questions, okay, because then you have if you do not have questions, you can ask Dimitrios. Okay.
This is because you're supposed to throw that around, not to take.
Okay. I was thinking about the Toronto sidewalk experience with Alphabet, the parent company for Google. and the failure of this project. Because the society, the community didn't really reject all the ideas of this smart city development in Toronto. And this brings problems, well, it brought out problems of privacy, of inequality, and all this stuff. So we had a failure, a big failure conclusion. So my question is society mature enough to adapt all this smartness, the technology innovations? What is happening with privacy? What is happening with real life communication? People got all this criticism regarding social media, for example.
Okay.
Social media identity. So what might be happening? Are we mature enough?
First, I declare I'm not mature enough. Second, I declare that I am a technology evangelist. So therefore, I concentrate on what the machine can do for me, not what the machine can do against me. Third, I declare that a lot of the developments fail. And they fail first time, second time, third time. Fourth, I declare that a lot of those things are very much culture-based and age-based. My friend there, who is an influencer, and she's creating all kind of content, posting herself, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. She's not caring about her privacy. In fact, she creates a different persona for each environment. So a lot of these issues are very much related to individuals and where they're coming from and what background do they carry. Having said that, there are a lot of issues and the legislation will catch up. But this is with all innovation. Do you remember the first cars that they were designed? And the glass. The minute that they had an accident, or the minute that for some reason the glass will break, it will kill the driver and everybody else. We learned from that, we improved. I think this is what's happening. Technology, as I said, technology is not going to resolve our problems, but technology, if we drive properly, gives us a range of different opportunities to actually create value. Whether we use technology in a nice way, that's another question which is political and we need to talk about.
Thank you very much indeed. A second and last question for Carlos.
I would like to know if there is any studies done about the willingness for clients to talk with the chatbot, knowing that they are talking with the chatbot, higher end customers, and on the other side, the willingness of security workers to work with artificial intelligence.
This is some of the stuff that we're doing now. And I've got to confess, I was, last time I was in Florida, probably 4 or 5, it was before COVID. I had to change the reservation with Hertz, the rent-a-car. And up to now, I do not know whether I spoke to a person or to a machine. What I know is I extended my rent-a-car contract for 3 days, and it worked. So again, this is it's a legacy thinking. And let me make it more complicated for you. Europe is dying. We don't have people coming up. Japan is dying. So we are looking to how robots in Japan are supporting older people, not only in tourism, but in general. And We find really difficult to attract people in tourism and hospitality to work into doing manual works that robots should be doing. Anybody who'd like to be here a pot washer, let me know, because I'm looking for about 10, 15. We pay you good money. Nobody would like to be a pot washer. We really need to look into how technology is going to improve life and well-being. So far, we haven't done a good job, but we need to improve well-being of different stakeholders within this ecosystem. And he'll kick me out now.
Thank you very much, Dimitrios.
Obrigadissimo.
That was a very nice presentation. Very nice presentation. So, we are going to have a break now. Okay, it's lunchtime, and we'll be back here in the same room at 2:30. Okay, thank you very much.